Hello, my name's Larry Cretion, and I'm a volunteer with the Biden for President campaign and the Quincy Democratic Party. I'm asking you to vote for Joe Biden along with his great running mate, Vice Presidential nominee Kamala Harris. The choice we have this year between Joe Biden and Donald Trump is perhaps the most profound that America has ever had. Let's start with Joe Biden's time as Vice President to Barack Obama. During their administration, we recovered well from what was at the time the worst recession since the Great Depression. They gave us 8 years of economic growth and a budget under control. And they competently managed outbreaks of two viruses, Ebola and the swine flu. Since Obama and Biden left the White House, surveys of people in major countries are showing that Trump is less trusted than the leaders of Germany, England, and France. He's even less trusted than the leaders of China and Russia. But Joe Biden will be a respected world leader because they know him from his time in the Senate and in the White House. This year's campaign has allowed us to see more of Joe Biden and his personality. He'll be a better president because he's a better person. We see how he brings people together and how he has empathy for his fellow human beings. He's from the working class like those of us here in Quincy. And when you sit down at your kitchen table to try to figure out if ends are going to meet, you can know that Joe Biden will have your back. By contrast, Donald Trump has pitted working people against each other, and his biggest economic accomplishment has been the biggest tax cut for the rich of all time. And he has tried to cripple what's known as the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare, without replacing it with anything. He's even brought Obamacare to the Supreme Court, and there will be a hearing held on it on November 10th. And sadly, Justice Ginsburg will not be in the case, and Trump's nominee is expected to support the repeal of Obamacare. So I hope you do not have a pre-existing condition and are not depending upon your company to stay in business for your health care, because that's what's at stake in this election. Worst of all is the manner in which Trump has failed on COVID-19. Over 200,000 people have died. Trump did not cause the virus, but he has aided and abetted it more than he has fought it. Insanely, he said it will go away because of herd immunity. Experts say that relying on that approach would cause another million or more people to die. Joe Biden will address COVID head on. He'll listen to the scientists. Even in his campaign, he sets the proper example on wearing a mask and social distancing. And he'll harness the power of the federal government to develop and distribute vaccines and treatments. And he'll hold himself accountable for the work that's done. But again, should you get sick, you'll be better off in a Biden administration where you'll be able to get affordable health coverage for pre-existing conditions than with Trump, who is set on taking all that away. And we need to realize there's simply no way of ever having a decent economy until we actually control the pandemic. Joe Biden will lead on climate change too. Again, he listens to the scientists. From fires in California to hurricanes and flooding, it's a clear and present danger. We see that with floods here in Quincy. Trump, meanwhile, is beholden to the fossil fuel industry and is doing everything he can to push the environment past its breaking point. Joe Biden has a plan for green energy that will create millions of jobs. So it's remarkable how much is at stake. This election is about how many people will die from COVID, whether we will have health care. It's about whether or not the government will be on the side of people like us in Quincy or on the side of billionaires. It's about the planet and about future generations. And it's about putting out the flames of racism or fanning those flames. Actually, this election is about whether or not we'll continue to be a democracy or move towards fascism. I say that because Trump has said he might not accept the outcome of the vote. He's the first president to ever say that. Nonetheless, I remain an optimist. I see how Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have it all: humanity, intelligence, experience, and character. They'll hire people who want to serve us rather than profit from us, and they'll rebuild this country. And we'll all benefit, brought together as one nation again. So I'll end this by saying, if you'd like to join us in the Quincy Democratic Party as a volunteer, we welcome you, and please visit www.quincydems.com. Thanks for your time.